Welcome to GameBreakers. My name is Thomas. I am here with Allison, David, and Diamond, and we are playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. This is a Bard's Tale. When last we left our intrepid heroes, you had spent a restful period in a little bubble frozen in time, seemingly, inside a battle between treants and giants, Fomorians specifically. You met with Snailroot, agreed to join their cause, and found several ways to help just from inside, including utilizing the fact that you never run out of cantrips to just litter the battlefield. Those haven't struck yet either. Like you guys haven't seen that. They've traveled the battlefield infinitesimally over the course of the day. It's but they'll get there. Right. It also gives you some inkling of how fast it is in here versus out there. So as you have prepared yourself on the marshy ground in the mangrove stand that is being magically grown by Snailroot to provide reinforcements to the troops out there, you guys stand at the edge of the grove, and if I remember right, you guys are about to hit it.
Yeah, man.
All right. Go ahead and place yourselves on the map. Roll some initiative.
What's our plan here? I mean, are there critical points that need defending? Are we just going in and killing giants? I mean,
on the way out, the bubble stands like, hey, wait a minute. What's the plan?
I was gonna aim for the weakest chunk and start there because we're little. Meaning, I was look at the map. I'm looking at like us aiming over here-ish.
Okay, roll me some initiatives as well. Once you guys have placed themselves on the map. And once you have, everybody has a number, put a finger up. I have a lot to track, and so I'm gonna be asking some questions. I installed macros for me just to make more dice rolls easier. Well, that was consistently crap.
Well, that's all right. So was mine. Cool, I'm doing as bad as the baddie.
I don't have a token for her on yet. I'll handle that at the break or something. But Trella Goodmane is holding the center. She is right there. She's in the middle of the road.
Well, let's kill some edges and keep her from being flanked.
I'm going to summon my steed.
Okay. Like, well before you get out of the time bubble?
Yeah.
Do I need to specify that I'm mounted up? And
I would be stunned if you weren't.
I'm a gnome. I can walk it. Just wide steps. The key is wide steps.
I am totally dropping protection from good and evil on Lovelace. That's why.
Good. Please keep track of that, you and or David. That's some advantage on saves and disadvantage on attacks, right? Like incoming attacks?
I know we're doing it, I just have to find it. And
okay.
Wet name.
And it has been established that Fomorians are Fey enough to count. They are Fey and giants. Anybody roll above 20?
21.
Nice.
15 to 20.
David,
Hmm?
she can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. Disadvantage on attack rolls against her, and on an advantage on new charms or saves.
Nice.
And?
And is that concentration?
No?
Oh.
Yes.
Even better. Ah.
Yes. It is.
Okay.
So,
You just lied to the DM.
I said no with a question mark, and if you didn't
No.
hear that, you weren't listening. I went no. What's
What?
that?
I'll let it go for now. Anybody roll 15 to 20 on initiative?
Does Lovelace have
No.
to roll
Okay.
differently than me? Couldn't we just agree that she's gonna wait till it's my turn?
Well, you could have said so before you roll.
I haven't rolled for her yet.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I mean, half the time she beats you anyway.
Yeah, which makes
Although
no
you-
sense because I have a higher bonus than she does.
I
But
know she's just luckier than you.
roll 20 likes her more than it likes ClickClack.
10 to 15. No.
Oh, that's me. That's
Okay.
Me. I got 12.
Silence. Right. Oh, balls.
I was reading over my spells, yeah.
And Stan, are you? Is Lawrence your elk also acting on your turn, or will Lawrence be acting independently?
I'll just have him go on my turn.
Okay. Trella goes on 11, 10, 9. Okay, what'd you get, Diamond?
6.
6. All right. So, with epic music behind you, and by that I mean some buff spells going on, you walk heroically in a straight line out of the wave, and immediately the sounds of battle just erupt around you. Like you see just the tableau of action that you had seen in the shadowy figures at the edge of the fog springs to life, and you are once again in back in the stream of time from whence you came. ClickClack. Oh, the first thing that happens is at the very beginning of this round, just like you get a satisfying ripple of arrows and hands. Was it spectral hands? Just ravaging the front row. And several of them go down. Like, this is the map that I put together is after doing some average calculations, like pulling off of the stack the ones that would have died. The rest are badly wounded. The entire front line is riddled with little icy patches and awful arrow hits. And the arrows are in things like right under the kneecap and and through the through the femoral artery. It's a really, really dangerous splinter when you fire it with a very careful eye, and just little like spectral hands exploding in freezing patches. It's really satisfying. You spent all of yesterday preparing exactly that moment.
This is gonna be how, like, the people who destroy buildings set up the bombs in buildings, right? That's gotta be how they feel. And all hours and days, and they set it up, and then you hit a button, and it goes
right. Oh, I do need a it will be a wisdom save on the way out of
For
the
whom?
bubble. For all of you, like there's a significant shift in just like the time around you. There's a momentary readjustment.
I got a 10.
10 is okay.
17.
What better than okay? Don't forget you have Stan's Paladin bonus.
Oh, that's right.
Which is
Plus 3.
1 to save, 3 to save.
Mhm.
So
Plus
13. Thank you.
Yep.
I make
If you're
a
within
tad.
10 feet of me.
We're not really all in the same place on the map. Are we all going out the same place?
Doesn't look like it.
Oh, well, never mind then. Still, 10 is okay. ClickClack, how'd you do?
I'm checking if I have advantage on this. I feel like I did, but I'm not finding the thing.
A 6, huh?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you got inspiration from Struana in the last session. You got
More like 3 ago, but you haven't used it.
yeah. 3 sessions. Like time's been weird.
Yeah. Wouldn't that have faded by now?
Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
So yeah, that's fun.
Leave rules spell.
Yep. Okay, so you are going to be at disadvantage to everything this round, and it's only a 1-round effect.
Okay.
Just like you are dizzied, right?
It makes sense that it would affect me more.
Yeah, you were already finally tuned to the sense of the time, and it didn't happen on the way in. It's just going from slow to fast, or the fast to slow.
It's like stepping onto a treadmill.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
Yeah.
How'd Lovelace do?
Oh, right.
Also Lawrence.
Who's Larry?
Belk.
Yes.
15.
Plenty.
She has a...
Oh wait, actually it was I misread that. Wisdom was it was 14, so it's not bad.
Still
15 for Lovelace.
plenty. DC was 10.
She does get advantage on these things.
Nice. No wonder she always succeeds. So it is your turn, ClickClack. This wave of strikes has landed.
It's still my turn, even though I'm nauseous and jet lagged.
Yeah. I'll let initiative stand.
I have to interrupt briefly that
Yes.
so Stan is the same area as me because as a squishy, I'm gonna be near one of these two.
Okay.
Stan, are you in the right place on the map?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was you had pointed out a direction and he didn't oppose that direction, so that's the way he's going.
All right. Thank you. Sorry. Please continue.
Yeah, I'm heading straight down the barrel.
Okay.
And
Go to back up Trella.
remind me where she is?
Right in the middle of the road.
Okay.
She-
Hunter's mark and shooting the one at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, sharpshooter. There's an
Okay.
18 hit.
And do remember you have 60 feet of visibility before you get disadvantage on just about everything.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, fog. Sorry. As a reminder, the fog is thick and billowing, just like fuming out of the marsh behind you from the deep patches. It's thick. 60 feet is the limit of normal visibility. After that, you're effectively blind. You can see shadows and you can pick out some targets and try to like attack an area, but.
Knowing that, I would have moved up before shooting.
Okay, that's why I mentioned it.
Okay. I think that's what it is.
Okay. And
20. Oh, is he in
he is
melee?
engaged in melee. They are within reach of her, if not vice versa. And with the trees.
So 24 damage on the first hit.
Okay. This one is bruised, battered, and broken, and falls. With that, it was just like the last amount it could take. It falls slowly, like it died from 1,000 hits, not anything massive. But this was just the one that it just couldn't. I can't.
In that case, second attack on this guy.
Okay. So keeping your perfect rhythm, click clack. It's maybe a little off. Your rhythm, your timing, been a little thrown.
Right. What the hell are you doing? There it is.
Second shot.
A 15 to hit.
Yep.
And it occurs to me I actually did that damage wrong the last time.
Well, it wasn't going to blow out and hit the one behind it, so don't sweat.
Right. Oh, hang on. Trigger's mark. Okay, I can't move the hunter's mark yet.
That's right, because it's a bonus action.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was looking up. Yeah. 26 damage.
Same thing. Like this whole front line of giants is in really bad shape. Like they're like as you're seeing them, they've up close clearly just pockmarked with arrows and little frozen patches. Again, the slow fall. The tree in front of it just kind of slides it off to the side.
I just want to point out, as my opening volley, I killed 2 giants. Do I get bonus damage if they're a favorite enemy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I haven't been
Plus
doing that.
4, if I remember right.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I have not done that this entire time.
You forgot how much you hated them until just now.
Yeah.
That happens in real life to
The
people.
next one is in trouble.
Now you're going Super Saiyan.
Far away in this big old gap in the initiative, there is a massive horn blown. Sounds like from above the rim. Stan, you're up.
Stan thinks horns don't seem like a tree instrument.
You've seen the giants use them.
Yeah.
Trello.
like 85 feet to.
And
They're
no
not-
tree. Oh, go ahead.
Are they undead? They're not undead.
No.
They're Fomorian.
No. They're Fey. Fey and
Fey.
giant.
Fey and giant. That's what it was.
Giant Fae.
They are twisted and mutated and deformed. Malformed, really.
Okay.
No need to get critical.
Yeah, I was just deciding if this is what I really want to do, because I thought it was what I was about to do was a bonus action, but it is in fact not.
Not.
Can I see this one? Let's,
Give me a perception check.
Trying to ping it. That one.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Let's see.
You have time to kind of sit and choose your point of entry.
11.
That is going to be enough to see that there is one in that area. Like, it's swirling mists. It's hard to get a bead. When you get closer, it'll be easier. But for now, you have a direction.
And do I know if I share a language with it?
As you were approaching the barrier, I will take a history check.
Oh, good. The classes you definitely paid attention to. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, a natural one. No.
Oh, yeah,
No.
you definitely do. You are dead certain.
They must. I mean, and so if this is my assumption, then I would have to assume it's common, because the only other language I know is Dwarvish, and that somehow.
Dwarves and
Doesn't
giants have a
seem-
long history going back. It makes perfect sense. What do you need knowledge for? You've got faith, Stan. Despite no evidence to back up the fact that you might share a language. You've never heard them speak in a way that you understand. But sure, why not, Stan?
Stay in school, kids. All right.
So Dan is essentially suddenly a flat earther. Okay.
He fights on behalf of a faith that he has no knowledge of. I mean, let's...
So I think that because I share a common language, that I can cast this spell. So I am going to have Lawrence make a double movement to get in here.
Okay.
And as soon as I'm close enough for me to be able to project, I would say probably like, because it's tall, like this far away. And I just and I use the command spell to run back really loud and intimidating. I don't want to wake our child.
So you called me on it. I was trying to do a double bluff. So they do speak common. It's a wisdom.
Yeah, it's a wisdom check.
16 do it?
Yeah, 16 does do it.
He messes with you at first. He's like, oh, okay. No, fuck you. Anything else this turn?
And as a bonus action, I say to prayer to Moradin and get some smite in my hammer.
Okay. Well, when you do, he's like, oh.
I should have been nice.
Trella makes a move, swipes a line in the road with her glaive, and waits for the next round. She readies. The treants press their advantage. There are the wave of rolls you see in other parts of the battle, like you hear crashing blows against giant limbs. far more cries from giants than broken wood. In fact, from the right side, you hear a lot of silence.
Right side doesn't help. I mean, when you're looking at the thing,
I'm
the
sorry.
right.
As you guys are coming into the battle, on the west on the map,
Okay, thank you.
right? In so much as west means anything in the Feywild, on this side over here, like there's a lot of like falling of meat on marsh, and then some calm.
I'm trying to imagine the sound of meat on marsh, and I can only think of like barbecues at the beach where somebody has dropped the steak. Closest I'm getting.
The giants aren't done fighting though, and a few come up out of the mist to continue to charge forward. You can see their comrades yelling something in giantish to them and making this kind of motion. But most of them don't have a lot of momentum, and mist works both ways. So they're more smacking and damaging of trees. Trella Goodmane goes immediately and just pins the glaive right between the first and second toe of the giant on the as it's coming in. It takes a step, and she's right there on it, and it just like kind of pulls up short and can't go any further. You see smoke erupt out of the wound as it seems to do fire damage as well. Struana.
Like, watch Stan do this thing and just like was like just stunned for a minute. Like, I can't. It's okay, honey. I mean, I saw him doing that clearly in front of me, but this is like, oh man. So the giant that he's facing right there, this guy. Well, I think I need to roll a ranged attack against him. Try and zap his face. His face zap.
Is this Eldritch Blast?
It is.
All right.
Just place the card, like I literally had it in front of my.
It's a ranged attack. Yeah, charisma plus proficiency.
Yeah, I know. Just it's 3d10. So, do I need to make 3 ranged attacks, even if I'm going to send all 3 of the bolts just to one dude?
Yes, because one could miss and not deliver its damage.
Okay. 14, 20, 21.
Okay. 14, what, and 21?
20.
14, 20, and 21. Each of them just go like center mass, sternum, and like right in the bottom of the chin.
So, 6, and 1 damage.
Okay, it's dazed. It's like that plus everything else you've done. It doesn't fall yet, but it is like trying to fend off a tree and clearly wants out of this situation that it's gotten itself into.
I would like to remind you I'm wearing a ghillie suit.
Okay. That's what you glamored your armor into. Well played, Diamond. Well played. I will let you give that let that give you advantage on on stealth checks to hide. That's
because I'm gonna continue hiding. Like I'm gonna be like zap, and then try to like. How much of my like bonus action can I use as like trying to like then sink back into cover?
It would take a full action unless you're a rogue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, it's going to be zap, and if I have any like lumps or anything, I'm basically going to use the motion to just like sit down behind them or squat down behind them. I don't know how uneven the terrain is, but I'm using the uneven terrain in my short stature.
Now, what was the range when you were firing?
It's like 120, so that's 90.
Because
So I'm
anything
probably
over 60, you were going to have disadvantage on that check, by the way, on that shot.
So do I need to roll
Fall.
range more times?
Yeah. 3 more to see.
All right. Thank you.
Compare it to the first one. Take the lowest of the first set.
So the first one's 13. The second one, disadvantage definitely doesn't hit.
Okay.
How was it? And the third one is 24. So,
Okay.
one of
So the
them
one on the chin seems to have done something, but the other ones are mostly just absorbed into, like glancing blows.
60 feet, you say?
Yeah. After that, like you're shooting blind essentially. You know something is there, but you can't see enough to know what you're targeting. Could just be a shadow, weird light sources.
Gonna move towards the next chunk of land then as my move this turn.
Okay.
Lumps in the... I assume it's not a completely flat, even ground.
No, it's difficult terrain actually if you're not next to ClickClack. I should have reminded everyone of that. Usually you do travel in a clump, so it's not an issue.
Okay. Well, I'm moving in slowly from clump to clump of grass.
Splorch, 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 splorch.
Splurch and then flop. That's happening. Splurch, flop.
Okay. At that moment, again from far, far away. Yeah, you know what? Everybody, give me a perception check.
23.
16.
32.
Oh, damn!
David sees everything.
So
See through time.
Stan, what
kind of
you
mushroom?
hear is the echo of something roaring very far away. It sounds like, I mean, you guys are in a very large depression that with sort of terraced marshes coming down it. It's somewhere over the edge of the bowl you're in. Something very loud roars. Struana, you recognize this very specific bestial roar from your nightmares and your scars. Sounds exactly like a bullet. You hear echoes of little gnomish voices on an island far away. Land shark! And ClickClack with a 32, you can tell that it is indeed very far out, but it's coming this direction, and that is not the normal size for a bullet. The timbre and the tone indicates a creature of immense size.
Okay, then.
And I'm just going to take a moment to savor all of your faces. This is why I GM.
It's like...
I'm fueled by the tears of my players. And top of the round, it's ClickClack.
Are we all within earring shot of each other? Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I just, while firing, I like tug up. Do we have to activate it, or can we just talk?
I mean, it doesn't take an action to activate.
While I'm shooting, you hear ClickClack say, "That thing you heard is bigger than you're imagining."
Struana is at a loss for words.
The bard struck silent.
This guy right in front of me, that's not the one from last time, that's a new one?
That's a new one.
Well, that's his mistake. Shifting Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And sharpshooting.
All right. Is engaged in melee. That's the one that got its toe webbing poked. Discrete damage.
Does that give me advantage on attacks? I forget.
No, not in all reality.
14?
I think I may have screwed up and used that for a while. 14 is a hit. Very big target.
10 plus... Oh, this is getting mean. 37 damage.
All right. You catch it right in the inguinal ligament, right on its hip. Like one of its legs just turns in and buckles a little as it's going through. It's on the other leg from the one that Trella poked.
Teamwork.
I like your sympathy reaction.
I do imagine Click like pow, oh, pow.
ClickClack doesn't have my leg issues. It's a different thing. ClickClack just knows medically what's happening to the thing right now, but he's just like, is he still alive? Okay.
Right, giant fights should come with a trigger warning for anybody who has had knee, ankle, or foot injuries.
But he's still alive?
Yes. Yeah, you're still going to injure him, so trigger warning or not, go.
Yeah. 27 to hit?
That is, yes. It's a lot more than you needed.
36 damage.
So this one is right up, like, under, you nearly caught him in the zygomatic process, which is as tall as you are in a giant, and like under one rib. It would have been a lot more lethal, except the rib cage is twisted and gnarled, so it doesn't have quite the same vulnerabilities. Anything else?
He's still alive?
Yeah, this one was fresh.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, this one was one of the fresh reinforcements.
No, that's
was.
Now he's spoiled. That's it for me this turn.
Okay, Stan.
Yep. I'm going to... Lawrence will close in on this giant that's been giving me the finger here. And we will attack. Branding Smite still empowers my weapon.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a 30.
Yeah, you got his whole shin in front of that one.
That's for Stan.
And is Lawrence going to attack as well?
Yeah.
Let's charge.
So 18 damage from Stan on the first one, and then the elk will go. Attack with its hooves. 16.
That's a hit. So it basically climbs up its leg and slams its hooves into it, so you can get up in the stirrups and get right up in that nice sensitive spot, right under the kneecap.
Yeah.
Lord.
I mentioned I used to be an injury therapist.
20 damage for that one. You dug deep.
And one of those was fire, right? You did some fire damage too?
Yeah, the first one was fire damage.
The branding smite. All right.
So does 14 hit?
Yes.
Oh. I rolled a 2 and still hit, guys.
Oh.
It's good to... Specialization is for insects, sure, but still, specializing is sometimes helpful.
Yeah, 14 is the number you need.
It's also, I have a pretty cool hammer. It's a nice bonus. Alright. Damage. $15. Fire damage.
And that one drops. It was not one of the fresh reinforcements.
Oh, I forgot to roll the radiant, the radiant damage too on that first one. That might have killed it too. Oh well.
No, probably not.
I'm gonna roll it anyway. 10 extra damage.
10 extra damage.
Or dead.
Nope. Yeah, right. It's deader. So you kick its leg out, and it knocks the ankle into the other leg, and it just sort of wobbles and falls to one side.
All right.
Now that you're up close, there's about like 3 to 4 layers deep of giant bodies in mounds at this battle line. Like they have been fighting here for a while.
Yeah. I'm gonna oh no, that's an action. I can cast a bonus action though if I have one. I believe.
Okay. I think you do.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith. So, on myself.
All right.
That's just me. Yep, plus 2 to my AC. I am. Oh, actually, can I? Nope, no, I already said it. Never mind. Do it.
Okay. All right, you done, Stan?
Yeah.
Okay. Trella holds up the spear, and then rather than make an attack, just points at a point in space behind the giant, and a fiery pulse goes down the, well, it's not a spear, the glaive, and comes out as a bead that fires right about there and erupts in flame, catching 3 giants around it, all of which fall. They all rolled 2s. Every single one of them individually rolled a 2.
Wow.
And dexterity, not a giant's top save.
Nope.
Yeah, so blasted those. 2 of them had already been wrecked by that initial blast wave, and then the one that was fresh. ClickClack, you'd soured that plenty. Okay, so at this point, the giants are trying to get away, and the only thing they're doing is, like, as they're running, an eye that's in a weird place somewhere on them will open up, back of the neck, side of the shoulder, lower back, and each of them fires that familiar evil, like catching the trees. Most of them are completely racked with pain. They specifically target the the animated trees versus the treants. Almost like they know some weak spot, and most of the trees don't go down, but you see that they take a hefty amount of damage, and a lot of them are left staggering. Some of them go are twisted, like their limbs that they've been striking with are twisted and curled downward, and lumps and gnarls and burls form on them, which is not usually something that happens on a mangrove. But on most of them that attempt to retreat are swiftly cut down. Even with that final volley, the few of them that can get clear do. From this side, at least. This area just got a bunch of fresh reinforcements. And this one, Stan, can I get you to make 2 charisma saves?
So that's 18 and 10.
All right. So you are going to take 13 psychic and 31 psychic.
Yeah, I was.
As 2 of the gazes lock on you. One 13. Of those seems to burn really deeply into your soul. You feel your limbs twist, your bones themselves move out of alignment and angles, and you're twisted and misshapen, and you begin to take on a form a little bit like one of them. You feel your face become a little uneven. You will be at disadvantage on anything strength or dexterity based.
Okay. Shit.
And the one that fires that curse off falls as it attempts to flee. It is its final, with my last breath I stab at thee. And it does, right down into your core. Diamond. Strong.
Well,
who's Diamond?
So Struana has not been paying attention really to what's going on. Like, she sees it, sort of, the parts that she can, but her scars are itching. Like, she feels them like this sort of stinging itch, and her breath feels like it's catching in her throat, and she's just like, nope, working through it, but I know what the shit that is. And says over the phone, like, that's a land shark, guys. Over the phone. Over the earpiece. Like, that's a land shark. That's a land shark. It's gonna eat us. Let's not get eaten by a land shark. That would be bad. While fireballing. That guy. That one right there. And, if... Like, I don't know what sort of check it would be to pay attention. ClickClack probably hears, like, that is not normal voice.
It's an insight, really, but, yeah.
But, like, she's on the verge of, she just is not having a panic attack. She's not having a PTSD episode, but she's, like, right there on the end of, like, the second I don't have to do anything and a land shark attacks me, we're gonna have a problem. So, Fireball, which is a dex saving throw for that guy. This one, right here.
Indeed.
That one.
That one rolled a 7 and is not going to get any bonus.
So that is an 8d6.
Ooh, it's a lot of fire in that ball.
Yep. 31.
You vaporize about the middle third of it, and the top and bottom just fall independently. Very surprised look on the head and a disappointed slump in the knees.
I am gonna then, can't really. I'm actually gonna schluck back a little bit towards the wall.
Okay.
Once I get my mover back on. I'm not okay with this noise. I'm not okay with this.
A tree sprints out to one side, and another one pops out of the bubble and kneels down to you, Struana, and says, Snailroot says, Balar, the general is coming. And then you can tell they're not particularly intelligent. It delivered the message it gave and then runs off to take a post.
Does Balar the general mean anything to me?
Oh, I'd let you make a history check. Arcana might also.
Natural 20. Makes it 26, but natural 20. That's the
Balar.
Like that.
Balar is a legendary Fomorian general, consort to the Mad Queen, leader of her legions, and the point of her mad spear. He fights often atop a gargantuan bullet, and is known to be ruthless and deadly. He consorts with dark powers from outside of sane existence, outside of the order of the universe. Long story short, he's also a warlock, and a paladin. Just so you got a nat 20. You've got some of these. He is a paladin warlock combo. Combo.
So, what I think happens in Struana's head is that she's been so focused on the land shark, she hears that name, and these pieces just snap together suddenly with the force of living another day, and she screams that information, not necessarily in the correct order, over the earpiece.
You guys have been sitting on long enough. I won't make you make an insight check to piece it all together. But
what?
Yeah, so you in the out of order pieces that you say it, I won't make these two know your moves. I'm not going to make them make a check to piece together your panicked scream.
You hear screaming, but also there might be tears.
Was she articulate enough to get the name out?
Yeah. You guys got all the information that I just gave her.
Would I recognize that name? Would I recognize that name just as a figure in
history, Arcana, maybe? Give me a roll.
Good time to get in that 20.
Yes. $13.
You recognize it as a mythical figure in the Mad Giant's tale. A very powerful warrior. Not nearly the level of detail that the one day that Struana showed up in class sober that semester was
right. But I recognize the name, hearing the name Zeus.
Yeah.
Being based from Greek mythology, but you know the basics.
Yeah. He's if Fomorians could have Archfey, Like they can't rise to that level; they're
Right.
forbidden. But if they could, he'd probably be in that list. And
So are we
rides
fighting him?
Godzilla. Sorry, say again.
So are we fighting him?
Well, he seems to be coming for you.
No, that was over the earpiece. Are we fighting him?
I don't know. I don't.
ClickClack is pausing to sharpen an arrow, and like it's he doesn't talk with he doesn't use slang, but it's basically his like. So we doing this?
I am having like I mean, I can roll a die, but Struana is having like a personal crisis and trying to like answer your questions while like warring with internal demons. Like she's got some shit about being bit in half. That's pretty normal if you get bit in half to like have feels about it. The DSM-5 is a really, really shitty character creator.
That's, all interesting characters have flaws of one way, shape, or form.
Well, apparently, I just developed a thing about roulette.
Right, maybe just a smattering of PTSD. And as your GM, I'm proud that I could poke you in it. It's so. As you learn this information, Struana is hyperventilating a little bit. One area of the map is clear, but Stan is realizing that even controlling his mount is not what it once was. We're going to take a quick break. Thanks for watching. My name is Thomas. This is Allison, David, and Diamond playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition, A Bard's Tale. If you like it, hit like. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. And if you want it to get better, hit up our Patreon down in the doobly-doo. Until then, we'll see you in just a moment. Have a good game.